Hello, welcome to today's immigration tidbit. First things first, you have to differentiate between criminal bond and immigration bond. Okay, the 48 hours you are referring to would be under criminal law, and that has to do with being charged and how long you can be detained before you're charged and so forth. It has nothing to do with immigration bond. So if ICE has a hold on you, that means, and we're talking about by you, your fiance, that means that when your fiance is done with his sentence, he is going to immigration detention. Period. Okay, there's zero rules that he needs to be released in 48 hours. Now, there's a lot of people that go into immigration detention that stay the whole time there. Okay, they don't go out. They are tried and have their merits hearing, and some even wait for the appeal to go through before they, are ever even released or deported. But given that I said that, let me tell you how bond does work in immigration so that you're a bit more aware of it and get this 48-hour deal out of the picture. So the way it works is when you are taken to detention, if you have, for example, no crimes, and I'll just exaggerate so you get the idea. And let's say you're a mother that is 7.5 months pregnant, and obviously detention would not be a good thing. And let's say you came from a country that has tons of asylum cases and so forth. Immigration may allow you to be paroled into the U.S. and, you know, not even have to deal with paying a bond or having a bond hearing in front of the immigration judge. So it is immigration or ICE who will first decide whether or not you even go into detention. Okay. Now, this isn't what I just told you, doesn't apply to this question because this guy has a crime. He's serving time. He committed a crime. So when ICE has a hold on him, it is very likely that he will be transferred into immigration detention, and they will not allow a bond, or they'll give some ridiculously high number. Then at some point, what will happen is after he's in detention, he'll have a first hearing in front of the immigration judge. At that first hearing, he of course will want to bond out. So he will request a bond redetermination hearing. And the reason it's called a bond redetermination hearing is because it was already determined by immigration, either that he didn't qualify for a bond or that the bond that was given was like $5.5 million, just some ridiculous amount that nobody can realistically pay. What the judge will do is not listen to the bond redetermination right there, but will set it over for a certain time for preparation. And at the bond redetermination hearing, of course, your fiance would have to show one, he's not a danger to society. So I'd need to know what was his crime, if it was theft, or possession of marijuana or something. He's not going to have too difficult a time showing that. But if he, has, like rape of a 14-year-old, he's going to have a very difficult time showing that he won't be a danger to society. The other thing that he needs to show is that he's eligible for bond. Under immigration law, there are certain crimes, actually quite a few of them, that stand for mandatory detention. That means that no matter how much the judge may want to give the bond and how much the judge may believe everything that your fiance may say, the judge may not have the authority to grant a bond request because your fiance may be under mandatory detention. So, more or less, I'd have to see if the crime he committed made him what immigration would refer to as an aggravated felon. If so, bond may be out of the question. Assuming that's not the case, so he would show he's, not going to be a danger to society, then he has to show he won't be a flight risk. Obviously, if bond is given and he says later and disappears, that's not going to be helpful for his case. But then again, you know, he won't be able to get bond if he can't show that's not going to happen. So, usually what I would do in cases like this is I show what he has to apply for and what he qualifies for. And he has every reason to go to the next hearings, because if he wins, maybe he'll get the green card, or maybe he won't get the green card taken away. I don't know what the situation is with your fiance. And then, of course, you need to show that you have money to pay the bond. So you need to ask for a reasonable bond. The minimum amount is normally $1,500. There are very few cases, but there are some that are allowed release on their own recognizance. But like I said, if immigration set a bond, for $500,000, you go into the judge and argue. Obviously, that's like, you know, that's basically like not setting a bond at all, and you ask for some reasonable amount. 2,500, 3,500, something that can be paid, and then when you're bonded out, then you would be able to go to the hearings. Now, what you might be referring to with this 48 hours is when his sentence is done. Of course, ICE has to come get him. And what you might be referring to is the fact that, sometimes what ICE does is they say, oh, sorry, we're a little late, or can you just continue to hold this person while we get our stuff together and come pick him up? Well, there's an issue there. Okay, there is an issue with the criminal jail holding your fiance after his sentence has been completed in order to accommodate ICE coming late. That would be an issue. Okay, and there's various ways of getting out and attacking that. That's unlikely to happen. They're most likely going to be there when they're supposed to be there, and they're going to have a document that they're going to want your fiance to sign. They're going to lie. They're going to say, look, if you go in to detention, you're never going to get out. You'll appeal. You'll be there for years, blah, blah, blah. Just sign here and everything will be fine. And what they're giving you is they're giving you a paper for self-deportation. So you'll still go into detention, except you'll then be deported. You won't even have the opportunity to fight your case. So don't believe what ICE says. Don't sign anything. Just request an immigration judge. And that is the sum of how bonds work in immigration law. Okay.